What's up, guys? My name is Will, and welcome to my dating corner. So, I got a bunch of questions from commenters and some in my inbox asking me on my personal opinions on things. So, I'm just going to try and do this whole thing in one take. This is going to be live, so I haven't read some of the questions before. And interestingly enough, all the questions came from girls. So, let's get down to it. And also one more thing, all these questions were related to a previous video on Asian guys and white girls, so watch that if you haven't.
Notice I'm not laughing. I mean, what's good? What you talking about? Yeah. Come on. Temperature, it's hot here. Let's get them panties swinging from the chandelier. Tank top, socks on. We gon' get it poppin' to your favorite songs. Role play.
Let's get down to it. First question comes from a girl called XOX Jungle 16. Her question is, I'm a white girl and I love Asian guys, but what do you consider us girls do to make Asian guys not shy? Okay, so first things first. I personally think that Asian guys should grow some balls themselves and get out there and approach a girl if you like her. I mean, you shouldn't be too scared or anything like that. But if there is the case, and I definitely think there's a ton of people, especially Asians, who are like this, who are just too darn shy to approach themselves, especially in the Asian culture, because the majority of Asians, especially Asian guys, are just super reserved due to their culture, and they won't approach another girl even if their life depended on it. So, if that's the case, what would I tell you to do? Well, first, you want to come in indirect. You don't want to scare them off, especially if they're shy. If you give them too much attention, if you're too outgoing, you're probably going to scare them off. Let me tell you guys a story. When I was in middle school, in my social studies class, there was this girl, and she was white, and she was really nice, and she was pretty attractive. But what happened was, she pretty much was very nice to me, and you could tell she was kind of flirtatious sometimes. And the thing was, she was so outgoing, and she just shot so much attention at me that it shocked me away, because like other Asian guys, you probably don't get too much attention and you're not used to it, so you don't know how to react. So definitely come in under the radar. Nowadays, completely different. I personally wouldn't have a problem with it, but I think other Asian guys typically won't react to it well. I know a lot of Asian guys who I've met in college. I try to just like befriend them, but if I'm too outgoing at the start, they'll like shy away and they'll kind of be like cold to me. So I think I've become more American, but a lot of other guys, they're still like in that frame set. So that's just my opinion. And you actually asked a bunch of other questions, so let's get to it. Should I come up to you? Again, come in really indirect. You probably don't want to state your intentions right there and then. You should probably just talk to him, befriend him. Say something like, hey, I really like your... No, don't say that. Say something to do with school, because Asian guys really like school, so they could talk a lot about academics. So something like, hey, what are you studying? Are you ready for the test? Something like that. And then be his friend first. I guess it's possible. I agree with your points. I think both have this responsibility to come forward, not just one of us. What do you think? So yeah, definitely both should come forward. I do think a lot of Asian guys are pussies, and they won't do anything towards a girl unless it's like handed to them on a silver platter. I personally think these guys are pussies and they don't deserve girls. But of course, if you really want to talk to a guy and it looks like he's super shy, definitely go towards him because he might not approach himself. So next question. The next question comes from Quanda AX Princess 2, and her question is really long, so I'm going to paraphrase it for you guys. Hey, I saw your video on Asian guys. I'm really attracted to Asian guys. I know that Asian guys won't date non-Asian guys because of the culture, and their parents won't approve of a non-Asian daughter-in-law. How common do you think that is? So let me answer this first. How common is it? It's a lot more common than you think. I've seen 4 or 5 Asian white couples on my college campus in the last year. I'm sure you've seen a couple yourself. It's not that uncommon. As for parents, I've actually seen quite a deal of very welcoming and nice parents to this as well, and they've welcomed their non-Asian girlfriend into the house, and it's been good. However, I would say this is somewhat of a minority. I would say around 60 to 40%. 40% of them are cool with it. 60% are not that cool, but still alright with it. That's still a pretty high percentage, but I think the 60% that aren't cool, you just have to get to know them, and they'll warm up to you guys eventually. On top of that, I do think it's a lot more common than you think, so that's that. Your second question is, I know that you said you would like it if girls approach you sometimes, but do other guys think that way? Do other guys in general, regardless of race, yeah, I mean, if you ask any white guy or black guy, if they like it if a girl approached them, god damn it, they would. Usually guys have to work for it, and obviously they like it if it's a hot girl, especially. So yeah, I know you're asking though. Probably you're asking, do Asian guys think that way? For this, I would say not really. Some Asian guys will not be very receptive to a crapload of attention just plopped on them. Let me tell you another quick story. This story is about me in high school. I would take the bus to school every day, and there's this girl. She was Asian, and she was very attractive. And towards the middle of the year, all of a sudden, whenever I sat alone on a bus, she would just sit down next to me. She could have sat in any of the empty seats or with any of her friends on the bus, but for some reason she always sat next to me. She never said anything. She always pretended to text on her phone, but it became clear, especially now, that it might have been because of me. But I never acted on it, and nothing became of it. I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't know how to proceed. Nothing like that had ever happened to me, and I didn't know how to begin the conversation. So the main thing was me just not being sure how to proceed and being really shy. So that's really just a lesson for you guys watching out there to not do that. If I could redo that again, I wouldn't do that. So you guys shouldn't. And for you girls, that's just to tell you that sometimes, even if their life depended on it, some Asian guys will not approach. So you gotta get out there yourself sometimes if you really like the guy. As for your question, the reason why some guys won't like that is they're not used to the attention. They don't know how to respond. Some might treat you really coldly, and some I've seen what they'll do is they'll just like lock in on themselves and just they'll answer your questions and stuff, but they won't give you eye contact. You just concentrate on whatever they're doing, like you're not even there sometimes. For example, I talked to this one guy. He's just super shy, and he would just be doing his own thing, reading his book, and not really engaging in a conversation. He kind of got like shocked away from it, and he would just continue reading, but he would answer my questions if I kept prodding. But he got more and more, unreceptive. So don't do that. If you want to talk to a shy guy, you definitely want to come in under the radar. You want to ask something indirect that talks about academics, because Asian guys, they can talk a ton about school. Say something like, did you think that class was hard or something? Be his friend first. I'm in college and there's this Asian guy who seems really cool. Would it be too aggressive if I approached? Yes, unless, of course, he's super outgoing and he hangs with a lot of white or black people and he's pretty much one of them. Then just treat him like a white guy. If he's really good looking and he's outgoing and stuff, then go ahead. But if he's shy, then you want to stick to what I said before. Last question. I'm kind of attractive, so I don't think he would be repulsed by me. But would that be seen as weird? Again, it'd only be weird if he's super shy. Otherwise, you're good to go. I don't think it'd be too weird, and it's always worth a try. There will be people who will like you. My advice is, again, if he's super shy, you want to come in as a friend indirectly first. So that's it for that. I'll see you guys later, and hit the subscribe button if you like. Peace.
Notice I'm not laughing. I mean, what's good? What you talking about? Yeah. Come on. Temperature, it's hot here. Let's get them panties swinging from the chandelier. Tank top, socks on. We gon' get it poppin' to your favorite songs. Role play, nightstick. I'm on that ass. It's the cops, bitch. Participate. I need a volunteer. You like magic? Let's disappear. Which chick wanna roll? Which chick wanna